Welcome to the Product Growth Podcast, practical product and growth intelligence for people building in India. I'm Meera.
And I'm Arjun. Today we're getting into Pine Labs AI breakthrough cuts testing time by 95% dramatically. Daily Brief, 26th of August, 2026. Let's dig in. All right, 3 things jumping out at me today. Pine Labs cutting testing time by 95%, Bitcoin crossing 80K, and RBI data showing Indians sending $2.55 billion overseas in a single month. Let's get into it.
And the Pine Labs number is the one I want to sit with first because it's not just a headline. It's a proof point that changes how founders should think about AI spend.
Okay, so walk me through it. 24 crore into AI R&D, 95% reduction in testing time. What's actually happening inside Pine Labs?
So Pine Labs is a payments infrastructure company. They're testing transaction flows, edge cases, failure modes, compliance scenarios. Traditionally, that's weeks of QA cycles. They've compressed that dramatically using AI-assisted testing. The 24 crore investment is relatively modest for a company their size, which is what makes the ROI so striking.
Right, because 95% isn't a rounding up number. That's going from, say, 20 days of testing to 1 day.
Exactly. And the so what for any builder is this. Most AI conversations in India are about customer-facing features. Chatbots, recommendations, personalization. Pine Labs went internal. They attacked operational drag. That's where the unit economics actually live.
So the question for a PM listening right now is, where in my own workflow is testing or QA the bottleneck?
That's the exact question. And it's not just QA. It's compliance checks, release validation, regression suites. Any repeatable rule-bound process is fair game. Pine Labs just proved the math works at 24 crore scale. You don't need a 100 crore budget.
Let's pivot to the RBI data, because $2.5 billion in overseas remittances in June alone. That's a big number even for India.
It's up 20% year-on-year per RBI data cited by ETBFSI. And the June spike is interesting because it's being driven by travel and investment-related transfers in Q1 of FY 26-27. So this isn't just NRI families sending money home in reverse. This is Indians actively deploying capital abroad.
Which is a different user intent entirely. Someone sending money for a foreign university fee or buying international ETFs. That's a very different product need than a remittance wallet.
Completely different. And that's where the fintech opportunity is. Traditional banking rails for outward remittances are slow and expensive. The LRS, Liberalized Remittance Scheme, allows up to $250,000 per individual per year. Fintechs who can make that experience fast, transparent, and integrated with investment dashboards are sitting on a real corridor.
Here's the connection I want to make, and tell me if this lands for you. Pine Labs proving AI ROI in operations, and simultaneously we're seeing Indian consumers moving $2.55 billion overseas through what are largely still clunky bank interfaces. Those two things are related.
They absolutely are. The fintech players who will win the outward remittance corridor are the ones who use AI exactly the way Pine Labs did, not to build a fancy front end, but to compress compliance checks, KYC re-verification, RBI reporting loops. That's where the speed advantage comes from. The interface is the last 10%.
Now, OpenAI cutting GPT 5.6 Sol developer pricing by over 20%. At first glance, that sounds great for SaaS builders, but you've got a different read on it.
I do. The subscription pricing, Pro plus Business, stays flat per the Hindu. Only the API pricing drops. So OpenAI is essentially saying, individual and business users, you're paying full price. Developers who resell, you get a discount. That squeezes the middle. The SaaS founder who's built a product on top of GPT APIs and is charging a margin on top of LLM costs.
Because if OpenAI keeps cutting API prices, the end customer starts wondering why they're paying you at all.
Right? And this will keep happening. Every 6 months, there's another price drop. The builders who survive this are either charging for a vertical workflow where the LLM cost is under 10% of total delivered value, or they've built proprietary fine-tuned models that aren't directly comparable to a base GPT model.
Lock in long-term contracts before the next cut, basically.
That too. But the deeper move is to make your product irreplaceable for a specific workflow. Legal contract review for Indian courts, GST reconciliation, healthcare compliance. Something where the value isn't the model, it's the context and the integration.
Okay, let's do the rapid fire round because we've got 5 more stories and some of them are genuinely spicy. Amazon and Flipkart, what's happening?
Graded penalties from Amazon, revised fees from both platforms, timed perfectly to squeeze sellers before the festive season. If you're a D2C seller, this is your annual reminder to build your own channel in parallel. Marketplace rules only tighten.
In health tech, there's a Nature Health study that's striking. PM 2.5 pollution linked to 8.82 million cancer cases out of 109 million total air pollution-induced cases globally between 2000 and 2020.
Those are enormous numbers. For health app builders, the signal is clear. Air quality isn't an environment story anymore. It's a health outcome story. Real-time AQI integrated into insurance risk models, location-specific alerts, premium differentiation for low pollution zones. That's a product.
AMI ordering 9,000 NVIDIA Vera Rubin chips, Asia's first large-scale adoption of this chip. What's the Vera Rubin significance?
Vera Rubin is built for inference, not training. That shift matters enormously. The next wave of deep tech competition in India won't be about who can train the biggest model, it'll be about cost per inference at scale. AMI is positioning early.
Matter, the Ahmedabad EV startup, raising $25 million to scale motorcycle manufacturing and launch 4 new models.
EV two-wheelers are consolidating fast. If you're not CapEx heavy and manufacturing first, the play is becoming the SaaS layer. Fleet management, battery traceability, dealer network software. That market is real and underbilled.
Rohit Sharma backing Light Fury Games for e-cricket. This one's fun.
Cricket IP plus a World Cup winning captain plus live stream tournaments. That's a sponsorship moat that generic mobile gaming can't touch. If you're building in gaming, licensed cricket IP is now a legitimate competitive asset.
And Bitcoin crossing $80,000, up 28% in August 2026. Its best month since November 2024, driven by soft dollar and debasement fears per The Hindu.
Macro volatility is creating real hedging demand from Indian retail and institutional investors. Builders, derivatives, staking vaults, DeFi yield products, the demand signal is loud right now.
So if I'm a founder walking away from today's brief with one thing to act on, what is it?
Look at Pine Labs and ask yourself, what is the most rule-bound, repeatable, high-frequency internal process in your company right now? Testing, compliance checks, reporting, and budget a small AI experiment against it. Not a chatbot, not a customer feature, something internal. Pine Labs spent 24 crore and cut testing time by 95%. You don't need 24 crore to run the experiment. That's the short version. There's more depth in the full piece on productgrowth.in.
Thanks for listening to the Product Growth Podcast. Keep building, and we'll catch you in the next one.